Look who it is. It's been over a month since I've last VOD reviewed. My bad. Just gonna wait and see if more people join. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't either. Hello. G 522 DJ. All right.
Traveling to Dorado.
To adjust my volume. Jesus.
Ready for battle.
I'll be watching over you.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Imagine the worst possible outcome. Now, avoid that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, here. Oh, yeah, so that's this account. Wonderful. Okay, let's see. Yep. Okay, well. I don't know why I'm so slow right now, but I don't know what this is. So to start, I do want to see... This guy was a fill, right? This, like, multiple L's guy? I think that's what Eddie said. So I'm not going to be focusing... Why? I'm not going to be focusing too much on him. That's got to be in my settings. Hold on, I'm gonna check these real quick. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. So, let's make this. Where is it? It's like right somewhere here. Hold on. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find this. That makes so much more sense. I think it's like... Daredevil's did. Hold on, I'm trying to find this. I'm trying to find this because this is why I've been having so much trouble. But I don't know what it is. It's one of these, so we'll just test this out real quick. Oh, okay.
No.
So that doesn't do anything. Hold on. We're gonna be troubleshooting here. Okay, about this one. Oh! Whoa, wait a minute. That was a... Okay, well, I know what thing it is now. It's this. Which means that I have a button open. I think it's this. Oh no, wait, that's spectate lock on. Okay, spectate lock on, spectate lock on. There it is. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Interesting. That's not what I want. Yeah, sorry I'm not really VOD reviewing right now. I'm finally figuring out what my, like, what's wrong with my spectator settings. Okay, I don't know exactly what it was, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. At least my controls are fixed. Okay, wrong one. There we go. Wait. Okay. Yes, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to take this back like 20 seconds. And respond to this message real quick. Oh. Alright, a little bit further back.
1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Okay, so to start, Valhalla, we're 2 scattered here. Someone needs to be with Ryan, otherwise Ryan gets kind of rolled over by the enemy team. Like if they all just focus him. Diva's in a decent spot. Soldier with Mercy Pocket. Yodon, you should be either over there, or down with your Reinhardt. Right now, you're really just too far away to like do anything. Yeah, Diva's helping out Ryan, but as you are, Yodon, you're just like way too far away from everyone else. And then Raw, I know Bab's more of like a DPS support and stuff, but ideally you'd want to be a bit further back, like maybe just like right here. Oh wait, no, you're healing your Ryan. Never mind. You want to see? Okay, I was wondering why you died. You basically just stood completely still. And you don't want to be standing still, especially if you like know what tanks the enemy team's running. If they're running dive heroes and stuff, you want to be crouching and then just holding crouch until they dive on you, and then you jump. And that's how BAP avoids dives, because you know boots are really good. Boots are very very good. So if you were like strafing a little bit or just moving around and then charging your boots, you definitely would have lived that. Was a very well executed dive. Well executed dive from Daredevils. And also, Yodon, another thing, if you were like over here or over there or something, you could have helped out prevent the dive. As our text. But because you weren't there, you couldn't have prevented the dive. And then, yeah, everyone just kind of crumples, and then Ryan dies as a result. Unfortunate, but... So when you just reset for next fight... Ooh, Jared, you are lucky. Alright. So I do want to see... I'm going to check positioning real quick. It's in front, kind of hiding behind cover. Good. Got Zen on point in the bag. Brig right by him. Nice. Diva should be a little bit more ahead. Just to like help out with Winston. Like Diva should and Winston should be basically touching each other at all times unless there's a flanker. But I don't know, like it's in the poke phase, so it's fine, I guess. Genji's going on a flank. But yeah, so if we look here, like when Winston, you're going in beta, you have the right idea to like kind of go in at least to poke a little bit of damage into them because their tanks aren't there. But at the same time, your diva is not in a position to help you because she wasn't playing up. So she just gets there a little bit too late, and like unfortunate. I hate when this happens so much. Whenever I play Winston, and like this happens to me, oh, it's rough. But yeah, so since you didn't have a diva with you, diva's most of your damage on the dive, so you didn't get a kill. Lemon ended up getting it anyway. Good. And yeah, here, like Luke, if I know you were protecting the res, but as soon as the res is done, your life, your supports can't really heal. Like, you have a Bab, you have a Mercy. Lamp has been used, and you need to be like getting behind the cover immediately. Because, like you lost the point, right? But you would either full send it or fall back. And personally, I would fall back because your team can't follow up that well with a full send. So in the future, just like be a lot more mindful of your health, and when you are low, go behind cover. I'm just gonna back up to the sky. And this here is just the after fight, so. Oh, that's not a very... You lived? Okay. Yeah, Jared, you probably shouldn't have lived that, in all honesty. And it's all just because you had a really rough Guardian Angel there. So, like in the future when you're Guardian Angeling, right? You can remember that you can also cancel Guardian Angel by just pressing the like Guardian Angel button again. It's a toggle switch basically. So if like the still fast forwarded. So here I do want to see in slow motion. It's like if Diva instead of like chasing around that way went this way where the Genji's going, then you were probably dead there. I know you had Guardian Angel, but like just remember that you can cancel Guardian Angel with Guardian Angel instead of just jumps. And it's specifically in situations like that where it's really good.
Helden sterben nicht.
So I will also say this, Luke. If you're like, I know your team's no, you guys aren't that scattered. That's about normal. Jared, you're not in an ideal position. You want to be behind that wall over there, or just like behind cover but in range of your team, because you don't want sight lines of the enemy because you're Mercy. You know, Mercy doesn't do things to the enemy. So you don't want to be hiding in places like that. You want to be hiding in places over there. Then I'm gonna go back real quick. Yeah, you can do that too, but that one, that one's rough. Yeah, I know. It's okay. But yeah, so right here, against dive, Jared, or not Jared, against dive, Luke, you want to be a lot more aggressive. And like holding this corner is good and all, but you should have your team like a lot closer with you. Like right now, Raw and Dusty. I assume Dusty is another Phil, unless I'm just very much not caught up on who joined Valhalla. But you guys should be over here, and then because then you're in a better position to support Luke, and like Ash isn't up here yet. Okay, Dusty is a player, yeah. So you guys want to be playing cover a bit more, and the reason is like you can kind of see yourselves right there. So like you know you'd get hit here, but if you were over here closer to your Reinhardt, it makes you a lot safer because people don't really want to run into a Reinhardt because it's a Reinhardt. He does a lot of damage, you know. But then Luke could also be playing a lot more aggressively, and you'd just be like swinging on the enemy backline. Like sure they have a Zen, they have a Diva, but he's able to be a lot more aggressive if you guys are a lot closer. Like right now, Luke, you should be pushing in a little bit. Like instead of holding your shield, you should be holding the corner and then just swinging your hammer, and then maybe hold shield a little bit and then jump forward, hammer again, fall back, shield. Like kind of like how Bab, you should be substituting damage and healing constantly. Ryan's much in the same way, where you want to be substituting his damage and shield. And yeah, so I'm gonna wind this back just a little bit to emphasize what positioning does. So, since all four of you are like not in a good position, when Diva sends the bomb, she's able to get a crap ton of value. Now, she doesn't get kills because of Lamp, but oh, Jared, why'd you Guardian Angel into that? Jared. Can't be doing that, man. Guardian Angel right into that, past your Reinhardt shield. But if you were, like, over here, right, or if Ash was up there by the soldier, maybe up here, then you would have had a much better angle to hold from. Because now, like here, I'm going to take this back a little bit. Because positioning is everything in this game. Positioning is absolutely everything. So, okay, right here. So, if all four of you were over here, the soldier's fine because it's soldier, but if all four of you were over by your Reinhardt, then he would have to turn only 90 degrees instead of a full 180 and expose his back to the enemy team, because he would also have this cover to work for or work with, and then all of you guys would be a lot more protected over there, simply because cover from the enemy team and your rend shield. But because you aren't in good positions, you get punished for it heavily. I don't know why you Guardian Angeled, but yeah, because lamp, it's lamp, but you're still low, and then both of you get picked off, and then from there it's just a lost fight. Like, that's your supports. So you could have won that fight, but because of your positioning, you didn't. Like, just for the whole team, basically. Good Bob. Like, Ash just dies here, which it happens. Get separated. Not even separated. I think you just died a little early, and then no, wait, you did get separated because you lived, and then you just died late. That's what it was.
Smoke him out of there.
He got his flashbang reflected. I have a Jared only question for the Switch. So I know that the gyro happens when you're playing in handheld mode, but if you're playing with like just the Joy-Cons on a docked setup, does the gyro stuff still happen? Because if it doesn't, you should play docked and then play with a Pro controller. That'll give you like a lot. I'm pretty sure that'll give you a lot more control than what you have now. Because Pro controllers they're basically just like a PlayStation controller. It's wonderful. Yeah, so get back to me on that one. So right here, what I'm noticing, here, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna first person this.
It's going to be okay.
I am ready.
Heal up.
So I do understand the positioning. However, with Reinhardt, you want to be playing a lot more, like, just proactively instead of reactively. Oh, that's gonna kill too. Because like if you called out for your team, like, hey, go underneath, go behind them. If you called something like that, like here, I'll go back a bit. Like in this step, right? Like you have your team. Like Yodan's up here. He is. Or you should be... Okay, Yodan, you can't be missing that kill. You can't be missing that kill. But Yodan says, hey, they're all going top left, right? Everyone's going top left. So what we should be doing is we have like almost everyone here. Soldier, that's not a soldier, that's an Ana. But we should be going under the tunnels and then going around behind them. And then up, right? Because that gets the Ashe off high ground, and if everyone's with the Reinhardt, then that does a lot of stuff. Or you can match them and go that way, up and around. But by just kind of lingering in this area, we let the enemy team get a lot of space that we could have denied. Like a lot of space. Just turn around to the BAP a little too late. Alright. So yeah, there was just some passivity. Passivity?
0 to 3.
I think that's the word. You're being a little too passive, basically. So Valhalla, we just need to be a little more aggressive on yeah.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, nice. You're doing good.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
Let's actually
Attackers
get over
incoming.
to the action.
Escort the payload.
Now, let's see. So we're running... Okay. So double shield, right? You got the tanks, you got the BAP. The rest of the comp doesn't look good. Widow doesn't really... I mean, okay. If a Widow's good enough, she fits into any comp, but... I don't think that she's going to be good enough for here. And then Sombra doesn't really fit in with the comp either, and neither does Lucio. So if we're running double shield like this, what we should be doing is we should be getting, I don't know, like some sort of pocketed, easily spammable DPS, like a Hanzo, Junkrat, Soldier, maybe an Ashe, something like that. And then for the other DPS, you can go basically anything. Just make sure it's long range, and you can help out the tanks. Mei is a pretty good option as long as you're good with icicle aim. And maybe one of the ones I said before. And then Mercy also works really well if you want like Bap Mercy or maybe even Bap Zen. Yeah, you could go Bastion. But the reason Sombra doesn't really do anything for the comp, unless you are specifically countering someone, which if you're specifically countering the ball, then yeah, sure, Sombra can fit. But if you don't have a counter in mind, Sombra's just her playstyle doesn't fit with double shield because Sombra wants to be fast. She wants to be playing aggressively with her team. But double shield is all about playing passive and forcing the enemies coming to you. So those just don't really work out together. And then Lucio's much in the same way because speed boost can't really get utilized with these two tanks. So just having like more utility than what you have. Like going the Sombra to counter the Genji or the ball or something, that's good. But just get over here. So we'll be checking some defense. So I will say, I think the main thing right here, like, you guys are doing a good job of just kind of poking, but you aren't really, like, engaging too much at the same time. It's mostly, like, one goes, and then another, and then another, you know, which can work. And I understand that you don't really have a lot of space to work with here. So, honestly, what I would do is, you know, Ball can do Ball things, as long as he doesn't get hacked, but you know, I would play a lot more, like, passive, kind of like what you're doing now, but, you know, not just as in there. Good hack on the Ball. Oh yeah, no one on the enemy team is dying now. No one on Daredevils is dying through rally trance. So yeah, they kind of just pop more ults than you do, but it means that you can pretty easily win next fight. And I will say, so another thing, I'm gonna go back here. Now, Daredevils, I know you guys probably, like, understand that you used too many ults immediately after this fight happened. But, for now, hold on. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So we're gonna go into, like, specifically why they're bad decisions. Rally's good. Rally's fine. You know, your Ball dies, happens. Holy crap, Beta's ult charge. Alright. So the trance just straight up wasn't needed. And it's really bad that you trance there too, because it means that you can't trance Gravitic Flux anymore. You just straight up don't have it. So if they do like Grav EMP, right? Or, you know, Flux EMP, whatever. Then you guys just kind of fall apart. Like, Toast, you as Zen specifically, you get absolutely rolled by EMP. So as soon as you hear or see the Sombra, or like you think that she's gonna EMP, that's when you trance. Like, you could do it as soon as you see the Gravitic Flux circle, right? But you don't have that now. And then Blade just wasn't needed. It just kind of wasn't.
Apagando las luces.
Okay, we're gonna go back here. So, Valhalla, we have 5 ults. We want to be maximizing their use, right? So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go case by case basis.
Got you good as new.
So right here, this Matrix is fine, I guess. You know, forces them back a little bit. However, we should only be using Matrix here in this spot. And also, Jared, please use your secondary burst. Okay, so this bongo is basically useless, just because the Matrix already does Bongo's job in forcing the enemy, like, to, you know, get the fuck out of there, otherwise they die. So, like, here, you can see that the enemy is there, right? Like, you can see where the enemy is.
Resistance.
And you can also see that there's really nowhere to get value from this bongo, because there's only 2 people. And you said it, like, you said it in a good spot if the enemy team was here. But they're back there, so then you just don't really get use out of it. And then, Yodon, this EMP was not good. Like, just straight up, you got 1, 2, I guess. You got the Genji up there. But, so that means that we're down 2 damage boost ults. We're down the ult with the highest fight win percentage. And we only have 2 ults left. One is a purely defensive ult. One is an aggressive ult, but should be comboed with another one. Now, if we do wait for a Flux High Noon, that could be huge. However, we're also still down the 3 ults that just got absolutely 0 value. Like, if Beta just straight up didn't peak there... Yeah, because you... Look, even going past that, just really no one's getting value. Also, don't use beat on Bob. Not worth it. Yeah, and then we only get... Oh, that's a good kill.
60 seconds remaining.
So, yeah, you guys just used way too many ults for the amount of value you got out of them. Just overall wasn't... You didn't need to use that many. I'm only gonna do 1 team 1, and then I'm gonna be doing Trinity.
Holding position. Seconds remaining.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm using the in-game clock here. What the hell? Okay.
Remaining.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I don't know how Zertex just lived for 8 seconds at half health in the middle of our team. But he shouldn't have. I straight up think that just no one was looking at him, which shouldn't really be happening. Alright, we're back on the beta Reinhardt.
Guys, there's a Sombra right next to you.
That's a good kill. I want to see if that could have been prevented. Damn. You guys really just kind of all left Toast to die, huh? Rough. Yeah, so also when you're playing Ryan, don't play Briggs then. Just not straight up not enough healing. Now this is a much better Matrix. This is a much better Matrix. That's a better EMP too, kind of. You want to make sure your team's ready to follow up on it instantly. But All right. So right there. What you should have tried to have done is gone over here and then just no, because it popped. That's rough. That is rough. Because you would need to like, I don't know. There might have been a way to survive that, but oh no, not Rob. Jared, my bad. Might have been a way to survive that, but it was tricky if there was one. Because like if there was any way to just break line of sight of Bob, then you would retarget onto someone else and then you'd be fine. But I think it would be getting to that retargeting that would be rough. I did watch this part from the You asked for a pause there, which is why he was just standing.
Seconds remaining.
Strafing. All right. So, first part of this push. Jared, you should not be in front of your tanks. Right here, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
60 seconds.
So we all decide to go right, but we are extremely scattered. We should be a lot more together when we're pushing. Okay. Oh, you just got robbed on your shield. Okay, that's not your bad. I don't know how it caught there. All right, so right now you should be recognizing that Ryan has Shatter because he has his shield up and he's like maneuvering around, you know, like he's being a little sneaky. He's trying to get that Shatter angle. So there, this is where you pull out the biggest intuition read of your life and then just try to shield, like block it with your shield. And you guys end up killing him, which is huge.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I had to check at that point because I was like, oh, that Ryan has Shatter, and then I looked up and yep, sure enough. You can always just tell when a Ryan has Shatter. He moves in a very specific way, where he's like trying to maneuver around and stuff. It's very telling. There it is. Alright, so Dusty, I'm pretty sure you're just new to Overwatch. I would suggest trying to improve your aim a little more with some aim trainers. You seem to be kind of just all over the place. Oh, weird. Usually it this would be only for like spectating, like a live match and not a replay. Okay, that I know you're a Phil, but that was a little rough. And then Luke, I would suggest turning down your aim smoothing. It seems pretty high right now, and I feel like you'd benefit from lower aim smoothing.
For your own safety, get behind the barrier. Seconds remaining.
Yeah, so you see what Beta's doing right there, where he's playing like really aggressive? That's what you should be trying to do, Luke. It's a good minefield.
30 seconds remaining.
Ooh, hold on.
Thirty seconds remaining.
Uh, I feel like that was preventable.
30 seconds remaining.
Okay, so, yeah, also, Jared, make sure you're paying attention to the game at all times. 'Cause you kind of just walked towards a Genji and didn't react to a ball, and that's why you died. Kind of just get the cleanup.
Overtime. Victory.
Alright, so yeah, overall, just a little more aggressive, a little more together from Valhalla. Your doubles, you did good. Yep. Oh, use ults less. They're like try to use them better, more value. Yeah, Trinity time, Trinity VOD. Just trying to figure out what code I should be reviewing right now. Okay, me going over Trinity here. P M V. Come on. 6 E 9. Cool.
Now traveling to Busan. Ready for battle.
All right. Hello. Just gotta. Oop, come on. I can't go further than that Mercy, so I have to go all the way around. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
All right. So to start, I'm gonna assume that you are like doing the comms of your team, right? Okay. Winston's a pretty demanding character to really get down. And overall, like, jumping after the Cassie's flashbang is good. However, you should be prioritizing the Mercy over the Cassidy being pocketed by the Mercy. So, like, right now, you're kind of just not in the middle of their team, but your team is a little bit too far behind right now. You also don't have your escape options. Now, you end up getting out, which is huge, right? But you should have delayed your push just a little bit, and then prioritize the Mercy first. Your team's doing good. Got the unfortunate bubble.
My ultimate is charging.
I need to recharge. Touch from afar. I sighted the enemy.
It's hand.
Okay, that was your DCS fault. So right here, their team's kind of pushing into you. And they're also staying really grouped up, which is very good for them. Now... yeah, you really, like, can't pull off a too effective of a dive here, unless your diva is, like, right on with you in mech, but she's not in mech. So you're basically down 2 right now. Then you go down, unfortunate. So, personally, if, like, you know that your team's gonna go down, as Winston, you should try to get a bunch of ult charge. It'll let you survive a bit, you know. Or you try getting out to deny enemies ult charge.
Re-engaging.
But, like, since you were down your diva, you would want to get out.
Let's get patched up.
And as for pathing, like, you know, you just gotta make sure your team's with you, which is exactly what you're doing here. And you should be trying to avoid the Rhine as much as possible. Because the Rhine is gonna be who really, like, stops your dives. I mean, if you poke him out a little bit like that, that's fine, you know? And it does kind of lower your resources, and it's... goodbye, diva. Especially, like, right now. Yeah, their Ryan kind of just did stuff. Because you should have been a bit more aggressive with your team, and just force him to do stuff. Instead of him forcing you to do things, you know? Be the aggressor. It's right here, right? So Ryan gets nanoed. If you guys, you know, and he starts charging, if you guys call the dive onto Cassidy when he starts charging here, then their Rhine is in basically your backline. And, you know, you could cancel them in statue or whatever. But it would put you in a really good position because their Ryan's behind you, you're in their team. He's not there for Nano. But he does get the pin off. You know, if he turned around for that shatter, that would have been massive. And then their team kind of just did stuff. So, and remember, when you're diving, you need to be, like, proactive in your diving. It's really hard to be reactive and dive things, because then your team doesn't follow up as well. It's like, I know that you couldn't have known, or, you know, you maybe could have known that the Nano Ryan was coming, but if you did react fast enough to it, you should have said, like, either, okay, get out, get out, get out, or go on, like, dive cast, you know, something like that. And that would just kind of put you in a better position than where you were there.
Excuse me for dropping in.
I am rocking
Barrier activated.
And honestly, you really want to be saving your bubble for when you really need it. Like, right there, there wasn't really anyone to shoot at you, so you shouldn't have put it down.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Okay, on paper, that was a terrible bomb.
Defense matrix activated.
I want to see how this guy goes. I'm gonna assume that's just because Ryan died, right?
Nerf this.
Well, it's 100% just because Ryan died. Nice.
Have my thanks.
Game on.
This is gonna make you feel better. Double time.
I'm on fire.
Why'd they switch Zen? What? Oh, weird swap. Okay, so right here, if you're getting shot at, you should not go forward, because they are not in range. You should not go forward and bubble, you should fall back and not bubble. Because now your bubble's gone. Diva gets demacked, unfortunately. Good death tossing. Yeah. If you're trying to bait them for the blossom or something, like you just wait for them to engage a little bit and then dive their cast. He will flashbang you. Reaper's gonna walk away free.
0-1. Ready for battle.
All right. Game face on.
Need any adjustments to your total?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Raising the volume.
I'm not on the right team. Oh, if that was all. Let's see if we're doing anything. Alright. That was a bit of a risky hammer. Like, you know, a little bit ago. And remember to use your fire strikes a bit more. Like, if you fire strike a Reinhardt while just kind of backing up, it can do some stuff. Granted, they have a Devo, you know, but... So right here, like you kind of have the junk, right? But you should really be sticking like right here and just peeking around every so often to remind your enemy that you're there, you know. It's because your shield's at 775, and it's pretty low. Your shield's down. Now, you managed to, like, just absolutely catch their team off guard. But if you hadn't, that shatter probably would have been blocked. Whenever you charge a Reinhardt, what you should do is you should swing, and then as the absolute millisecond that hammer connects, fire strike. Oh, back up. Yep. Oh my god, you almost died. So that positioning was a bit rough. Please help me to block this. Okay, easy. Orions Earth Shatter was awful. Fire strike. Oh. Yeah, like right here, you should be up here more. Wait. Oh, like into the team. Okay. Yeah, just a roll.
Victory.
All right. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for now. I'll get some later. Yeah, I'll get some later. Yo. Nice. Nice. Is there more to that? Or was that it? Oh, I see. Look man, you gotta deny the Doomfist, man. Go do it. Alright. Yep, good night. I'm gonna go play some zombies. Okay, that makes a little more sense, but... that is unfortunate. Alright, see ya.